Ask Sherwin-Williams during the 4-day super sale September 16th through the 19th and get 40% off paints and stains with prices starting at $26.69. That means 40% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, 40% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Man wins the lottery jackpot and honors a promise he made years ago. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Alyssa Forsberg. When Perry Charles won the lottery jackpot, he could have kept the earnings all for himself. Instead, he honored a promise he made years ago. Friends don't let other friends win the lottery jackpot alone. This is certainly an incredible God-honoring story of friendship and loyalty, and it all begins when a man wins the lottery. Perry Charles and Scott Edwards have been lifelong friends and co-workers. They became good friends when they both began working at Winn-Dixie, and the pals both promised that if they ever won the lottery, they would split it. They didn't know that their lives would be changed decades down the road when Perry stopped in at a mass food mart. He bought a few tickets and couldn't believe what he saw. He had the winning lottery jackpot ticket. While still in shock, he called his best friend Scott, and he too was shocked. Not only did his friend Perry win the lottery, but his friend was also still honoring a promise he had made years ago. I was lost for words. I was kind of in shock too, because to me, that's a lot of money to win, and I know that anything he says is just the truth. So I knew when he told me that he wasn't pulling my leg. He's what you call a true friend, kinda like family, Scott said. At the time of this promise, Perry was actually Scott's boss, but the title didn't matter. They were good friends. Scott added, "We always talked about if we would hit something big, it didn't matter if we went in together to get the ticket or if we got it separate. We were going to share it with each other." Perry's sacrifice reminds me of Jesus and how Jesus promised to lay down his life to lift us up. And that's exactly what Perry did for Scott. The pair planned to pay off some debts with the lottery jackpot winnings. What a double blessing, friends that honor promises and help each other out. We know love by this, that he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for one another. 1 John 3:16. Stranger approaches man walking 33 miles to work and hands him a set of car keys. Written by Hallie Wells, read by Alyssa Forsberg. When Chris Arsenault heard of a dedicated man walking to work after his car broke down, even though the trip was over 30 miles, he felt compelled to help out. And his act of kindness is so inspiring. Eric Ackers and Chris Arsenault are a couple of special individuals. Eric and Chris, from Prineville and Bend, Oregon respectively, both demonstrate a willingness to go beyond the expected and do the extraordinary in times of need. Eric found himself without a vehicle a month or so ago after his car broke down on the road between his home and work. His car had to be towed, and it was scheduled for costly repairs that were delayed when the necessary parts were out of stock. Eric began looking for rides to work. Unable to find any and determined to keep a job that he valued greatly, this man started walking 33 miles to his work. That's commitment. Eric explained to the Central Oregonian, "I love working. I love my job. I love the people I work with. So I took it upon myself to make sure that I can keep my job and show that I can do the work necessary and go the extra 33 miles if I have to." Employees too often find that workers lack dedication and drive. That's not the case with Eric. Eric's story was shared by Central Oregon Daily News, and another exemplary human being heard about Eric's predicament. Eric had managed by using Uber cards that he'd received from his sister and staying at a friend's house near his work through the week. But Chris Arsenault made Eric's life 1,000,000 times easier. Chris saw a need and wanted to help. He said, "We decided we have more cars than we need, so I wanted to give him this little Honda." Chris and his wife gifted the car and its title to a very appreciative Eric. Chris hopes that others will realize how lucky they are and remember to take the time to help those that are struggling or less fortunate. What a world it would be. Maybe if we all just demonstrate a little more Eric and a touch more Chris, it would be a better place. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Colossians 3:12.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.